There, this is Jack. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this day late thing. I might just move to Sunday. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, this week's topic was misgendering. Which is weird because like I actually had an experience with it. No, fat kitty, you're trying to eat my food. Sorry if you hear laughing. Alex, let me say hi, Alex.
No.
Sorry, we were out late last night. Really, really late. I still haven't slept. Anyway, so I'm sorry if I'm kind of off. So I had an interesting experience with misgendering last night. Someone I trusted was very angry, and they knew the correct gender, and they called me a stupid motherfucking girl. Um, I hung up. That's kind of how I dealt with it because even if they weren't meaning to use the wrong word, which I'm not sure what the intent was. Either way, it was not okay. So to give us, because I love and care about that person, I wanted to give us space because that's kind of a harsh thing to happen. Because that's something that's gender is something that's very important to both of us. So I don't know. Anyway, how do you check whether or not some difference between purposeful, hurtful misgendering and accidental? You can kind of tell from what someone's intent is when they say something honestly, or like based on their facial expressions, their tone, their stop it, babe. She's sick. Allergies. Body language. Like it's if someone says the pronoun like a pronoun incorrect an incorrect pronoun, but it's kind of like hesitant, like she. And then when you tell them the correct one, they are super apologetic and they're fine with it. Then it's not they're not trying to hurt you. You can usually tell when someone's trying to be attacking based on what they're saying anyway. Um, and whether they're like acting aloof or purposely looking down on you or something like that. In my life, my mom still uses the wrong pronouns and name along a lot of the time, but that's because she's still adjusting. I'm not super upset about it because she does the best she can. She's gone to my gender therapy. She's supporting me getting surgery at some point. We're discussing that. She read books that my therapist recommended. She's trying to figure out how to best support me being happy. She talked to my brother about it, which was nice because he was actually really accepting. Um, so the thing about correcting her is that's my fault from not having the ball to correct her because I feel bad, like she's going to be upset with me because she's losing the girl she had growing up because I have two brothers. Even if that girl never really existed, I don't know. That's just a guilt thing for me. But anyway, dealing with misgendering in professional or work situations, that's something that wasn't mentioned in the topic, but I think is kind of important because I had to deal with it at my job. You try to talk to whoever your human resources rep is, or if you have a manager that like oversees like your division or even the hiring manager or whoever it is, talk to them about it because usually they can help deal with it. And I had to do that to get the correct uniform at my job as well. If you've been following my Tumblr, and when people do use the incorrect pronouns, like I try to correct them most of the time, but often Alex is actually faster at it than I am. A subtle way to do it is kind of like make a short comment that deliberately makes your gender clear. Like last night we were at this event. We'll call it an event. Someone referred to me as she, and because I just shaved because I'm dealing with shaving right now. And anyway, so Alex or whoever we were talking to with like made a comment about me being a handsome boy or something, and then the person corrected themselves and apologized, but they didn't mean to say anything wrong. So, and they're actually really cool people, and we're gonna be friends now. But anyway, so I guess that's my thoughts on misgendering. Highlights and lowlights of the week. Low light was slight anxiety attack driving up to LA for our event thing after work last night. At work, our company-wide network program crashed, and it made it so that our entire computer system would crash, and we had no information. So every branch of our company and all of its little sub branches and whatever is in the entire world was completely out of computers. Like we called them and it said, "We know, we're trying to fix it," basically on recording. So it was down for about 2 hours and we were dying a little bit, but anyway, it came back up and thank God. Huh. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Knock on wood. Anyway, so I was already in crisis mode, and when I was driving up to LA, all the drunk drivers, we had someone who was like going 45. I actually had to honk at them on the freeway. Anyway, so that made me irritated, and LA drivers are not my favorite anyway. We got lost, and actually, thank God Alex was there because she actually somehow knew what to do to calm me down. She's actually the first person who I've ever had know how to calm me down in that kind of situation, um, which is kind of weird for me because I'm not used to having to rely on anyone for my emotions because I'm put together most of the time. And then highlight would be that Alex and I got all dressed up last night. We went to see our best friend Zoe perform at an event, and she was amazing. And our friend Brenna, I've met her more than Alex has, or spent more time with her than Alex has. She was in it too, and she was great. And we made a couple new friends, and I felt like I was like actually in my element for the first time in a long time. So, and then the best part of the week was I feel closer to Alex than ever because after we got home, we'd been talking a lot on the way down, and I don't know, we're doing we're doing good. It makes me happy, and school's not super stressful, so everything's okay for now. So sorry again for being late. Thanks.